Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Infinite Crisis Build-A-Figure wave that was exclusive on Top McFarlane's store. This is the one that was having so much controversy around it with the higher prices than normal and the low sell count or low count of products. But they're all new characters. And we got the monitor. So let's just go ahead and jump right into looking at the wave. So we're going to start out looking at the Build-A-Figure first, seeing as it's right here in the center. This is what you're really buying the wave for, because you can live without most of these characters. But you're probably really buying the wave for this monitor. It's got the mutton chops, the side beard, mutton chop side beard, the braids down the hair. Face sculpt looks really good. Oh, here we go. His face sculpt is really good. The sculpting on the body is really nice. I know in the pictures, it looks like this is a fabric cape. It is not. It is textured. And it is plastic. Oops. Then we've got texture down the whole body, torso area. This piece here. Then we got these nice gold gauntlets. And then this little skirt kilt thingy. Nice texture all the way down here. Not sure if those are supposed to be different colors. I'll have to pull up an image. And then more texture down the legs. And then the gold boots and shoes. And for Build-A-Figure, his articulation is pretty good. So head obviously rotates all the way around, but pops off if you do that. So you want to be careful with that. So it rotates all the way around. Uh-oh. Well, hold on. Let's put that in there right. There we go. So 360. I wouldn't recommend, makes the head kind of come off, but oh well. You can look down from the head that much, look up that much. Chin can tuck in. Arms go up to where the shoulder plates are. If you take the cape and shoulder plates off, I'm pretty sure that they'll go higher. Normal McFarlane articulation on these. Double bend on the elbows. Full range of motion there. Then the wrists. Rotate, pivot, and hinge. The hip movement is actually pretty decent in my opinion. So using the what's called the diaphragm and the waist, you can get this much range of motion. And it seems kind of like this part is not stuck on here, so this dips down some too. And I don't know if it's just me or not, but this Build-A-Figure comes apart pretty easy. So you might want to pay attention to that. Anyway, his legs come out into a split like this wide. It's got rotation on the leg. Kind of rotation on the leg, not much. Hold on, let's push this one back in too. There we go. Knees, double joint. There's no articulation here. And the ankles are normal. McFarlane ankles, which pivots, have the joints, and then toes. Overall, the monitor, super nice figure. I think this is a nice figure. I wish that it wasn't a Build-A-Wave, and even though it was a Build-A-Wave, that it was bigger, because this is definitely a small size character. This is probably the same size, maybe a little bigger than all of these characters. It's nowhere near as big as the Beast Boy Build-A-Fig or any of the other Build-A-Figs. I think this is the smallest Build-A-Fig we've gotten so far, actually. But we'll hold off comparisons till I finish going over everybody. So now we just have the 4 characters that come in the boxes. All 4 of them have a box like this. Says their name down here: Kid Flash, Psycho Pirate, Specter, and Superman of Earth 2. And then they all have a number 1 through 4 with a monitor picture there. Window side here, their name on the box, picture of the monitor and what part they come with. Then a picture of all 4 figures down there, and a bigger picture of the monitor here. Their name, and then Crisis on Infinite Earths goes alongside that for them all as well. It's just empty. Got this, and then here's the barcode for Kid Flash. But these are all on McFarlane's store, and they were sold out within the day, so I'm pretty sure they are all gone. So your best bet is to look on eBay or Etsy or wherever your third-party reselling merchants are. So let's go ahead and get out all of the trading cards out the way. The trading card stands do not come with the figures. They're just ones I had lying around. So here's the Kid Flash artwork trading card from Crisis on Infinite Earths. Makes sense on why this wall is so tall. Here's the artwork for Psycho Pirate, though I don't understand how this is Psycho Pirate's artwork when this is more Flash holding Psycho Pirate. Then we have the Specter, which not entirely sure. Oh, it's just the world's going around / through the Specter. Crisis on Infinite Earths. And then Superman of Earth 2. Golden Age Superman. Crisis on Infinite Earths. So let's go ahead and take a look at them one by one. And now here we have Kid Flash by himself. He's got 2 extra hands, running hands. And this Wally West is using the same body buck that the Flash was using from the Crisis on Infinite Earths Flash. And I think it's a nice body buck. It fits the older Kid Flash Wally really nice. And I'm not sure if the head sculpt is reuse, but we'll see that in the comparisons when I compare all of these figures with their reused parts and all of that. But the paint applications, if you can even call these paint applications, are really nice. The reds, yellows that were picked go very well, and it's nice to be able to have a Kid Flash to go with my Titans now. But up close, face sculpts done really nice. The eyes painted really nice. Here, let's see that. Painted really nice. It's a nice glossy finish on top. The hair is not as red as you'd think it would be, but it looks pretty good. And of course, they all come with DC Multiverse stands as well. Moving on, we have Psycho Pirate. And again, he's nice, glossy painted. Not entirely sure what body this uses. I think I've seen someone say this is the Nightfall body, but I don't think it's the Nightfall body because there's abs on the Nightfall body here. I'm not seeing some really defined abs, but actually there they are. So we'll pull out the Nightfall body, see if this is the same as that. But Psycho Pirate, the paint on this one is really good in my opinion. The reds and black Jester go well together. Though he does have this down here, which is making me think that he's probably that same body as the Animal Man. And who else used that body? Captain Atom. Who was the first one to use that body? I don't even remember. Blue Beetle. There we go. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. But he comes with a gripping hand and a fisted hand. The mask here is painted incredibly well. The cape collar is nice. The cape here itself, really soft and pliable. Probably the softest cape that I've seen on McFarlane figures that wasn't a cloth one. Kind of feels like some taffy, kind of like gum. The face is painted on his chest nice. Overall, this one is painted incredibly well as well. Though from the artwork on the picture, it looks like this belt is supposed to be red as well. But they probably just wanted something to break the color up. And I mean, I don't blame them. That looks really well. Really well done. Then we have the Specter, which I'm pretty sure uses the Martian Manhunter body as a base. But I'm not complaining because this is a really, really nice figure. The gray and the green, it's a very basic design, but that's just what the Specter is. It's a basic character. It's got the boots down there on the bottom. Really nicely done. Really nicely textured as well. Whole body nicely textured with the skin. The underpants. The little gloves on the hands. And then the cape area here is all new sculpting. Pretty sure this hood is... You're able to turn the head inside the hood, but it's pretty difficult to do. But overall, I think that it's nice Specter. And then on the inside of the cape, they have this kind of like star shading. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be here or if it's just mine. But I mean, it looks pretty good. Looks like there's like a galaxy in there, I think. In the back of the cape. Nice. Though the cape is very positioned, so gonna be kind of hard to use or like store in any certain way. But we're getting closer and closer every day to a Justice Society. So very nice to have Spectre. So I might actually be able to set the Justice Society aside as its own shelf now. If I get a few more figures. And then finally, the last figures. The one that everyone cares about the most is Superman of Earth 2. And this is showing the right and wrong way to do Superman. So I'm pretty sure a lot of this is new tooling as well. The belt, I'm pretty sure, is new. But the paint on mine is pretty sloppy around the belt loops. I think that the body might be the same as the Buffer Superman bodies, but I'm not sure. The legs might also be the same. But this Superman was kind of like a buff guy, buff older guy, so I don't mind that. The symbol painted really nicely. The face, I love the way this face looks. Kind of feels like an older guy, but it still feels like Superman. Just one that's a little older. And then the boots. This is a new boot design right here. And I love it. I'm all for it, and I kind of want them to keep this up. And then the thing that we all care about is the wired cloth cape, which is a really great addition. And on top of that, it's got a Superman logo on it. It's got that old style Superman logo right there. And this wire is really good, in my opinion. It's a very good wire. Oh, I almost forgot. Superman also comes with 2 hands, but these hands are gigantic. These are some really, really big hands. But he does come with the 2 flight hands. Or open hands, I would say. I wouldn't say flight hands. But Posability, pretty much the same. He's not abbed up as much, so it might be a different body sculpt altogether. But I think he looks good, though. The paint... No, the paint's fine. I think he looks pretty good. So, let's go on and move over to comparisons. And then from there, we'll go and talk about my final thoughts. And so first, here we have Wally West Kid Flash out with some more Flash family characters. And getting some time to go ahead and take a look at them with the, what's it called, Flashpoint Flash. And I can see that there isn't as much reuse as one would think. The body, all of the base body part is reuse, yes. But that's about it. The wrists have their own new mold on there, on top of the regular wrists. The head is a different mold than all of the other Wally West Flashes that have been released. And the boots are different as well, whereas Wally's are thicker with this version of the wing. Barry's are much thinner and a little more boot textured compared to Wally's. Just in general, Wally seems bigger. Is he taller? They are about the same size, which I feel like fits because Wally, at this point in the story, was nearly a grown man. He'd really outgrown that Kid Flash mantle. This is the part where he ends up taking over for Barry in the first place. And so, sitting with Wally, just the ignoring the two on the right, got Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, and Wally West all together. Nice little Flash family here. I think this fits as a classic original group, though Jay Garrick actually would not have been on the same Earth as them at the time. He would have been on Earth too. And then looking at Wally with the other two Wallys, the Rebirth one, and then the Wallace West Kid Flash edition. He's got a different hairstyle. The hair color is different, but it's not too bad. But if you want to see the masks up for close for comparison, they are different masks. This is an entirely new Wally West. And this one feels older. This one feels younger. So it's nice to see that, because I'm pretty sure this Wally on the left would have been 18, 19. And this one is about 25, 26. Not really sure how old he is at this point, but he is much older than he is here. And then looking at the two Kid Flash costumes next to each other, the original and the current, and I can see the designs. I actually prefer the original design right now, but that's just because I like the classics. It's nostalgia and all that. But overall, this is comparison with Wally. I think he would fit in good with a Judas Contracts team if you were trying to do something like that, though there isn't many characters that you could use for that Judas Contract. I think that there's a Beast Boy that I could use that would fit well with him, and Nightwing, but I don't have the original Nightwing, so not really sure kind of how I would display this Wally West except in a Infinite Crisis style comic or style lineup. So let's go ahead and move on to the next character for comparisons. And here we have Psycho Pirate. I wasn't really sure who to pair him up with because I'm pretty sure he's not really like anyone's individual villain. He's more of like team villains. Like, he was a villain in Crisis and Justice League, and I remember him being part of the Batman books during the initial or Better Than Bane storyline, or I Am Bane storyline in Rebirth. Something like that. But I'm not really sure anywhere else I've seen him at. So I just got him paired up with Blue Beetle here, who he is sharing parts with. And the only parts that he is sharing with Blue Beetle actually are the arms and legs and feet. Everything else, from the trunks to the torso to the abdomen to the head and cape, are all new sculpts. I've checked with a lot of my figures just to double check that nothing was reused. It's not any of the Nightfall pieces or anything like that. So that's nice that we got a lot of, not a lot, but we got some pretty decent new sculpting on Psycho Pirate as well. Whereas I'm pretty sure they could have gotten away with way more reuse than they did on this one. I feel like maybe not as many people would have cared or noticed, as Psycho Pirate, in my opinion, isn't much of a big villain. Though, in the comments, actually, go ahead and leave me some appearances of Psycho Pirate so I can go ahead and read up on them. And as well, let me know if you guys think that I should put him in my Arkham villain shelf, or if I should just put him in my regular villain shelf, because I do know that he spent a lot of time in Arkham Asylum. But go ahead and just let me know down in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next character. And here we have a miniature JSA at the moment. Many characters still missing from this that I hope we get to fill this out though soon. And you know, maybe an alternate head sculpt for Jay Garrick would be nice. But here we have Specter with the rest of his JSA companions, Hawkman, Flash, and Green Lantern. Of course, all of the original variations of them except Hawkman, which is the 0-hour version. And I think this is a nice little look. It's not enough for a full team yet, but it looks really nice in my opinion. I'm glad that we're getting characters like this, and along with the reuse talk that everyone's talking about for all of them again, we'll bring out Martian Manhunter here, who is the base sculpt of this figure. Martian Manhunter, basically all of Martian Manhunter's green skin, Jim Corrigan, or the Specter is using all of it. So all of the arms and everything that's not green is, and I guess below here is all new as well. But everything here, everything that's green on Martian Manhunter is the exact same on the Specter. And then the Specter has some extra bits, like these legs here, the boots are all different, the hands, the cape, the trousers, all of that is different and new sculpting. So again, we figure that's a lot of reuse, but mostly new for the most part. And I'd say he looks pretty good as well. All right, and moving on to the final two characters. Okay, and here we have three variations of Superman. The middle is the Crisis on Infinite Earths one, the Earth 2 version. On the left, we have the bigger body book for the Superman, for most of the bigger Superman that are used. And that is, this one is the, I completely forgot which one this was. First appearance collector's edition line. There we go. First appearance collector's edition wave. And he's using the bigger body. And looking at the bigger body compared to Superman's, I think Superman is where, besides the monitor, where all of the new sculpting went. Because he's also not using any of the reuse of the Action Comics body, which is on the right. He is completely all new sculpts everywhere that I've looked. Nothing is the exact same, and I'm really excited about that. I don't have the Page Puncher's body that just came out as the classic Superman, so I can't compare if that's the same as this one, but I'm pretty sure that that is also different than this one. But it might be the same. I know that that one had like some cuffs on the hands as well, but they might have cut those off and put those on here, because I know that those hands are pretty big and these hands are also pretty massive. But even then, it's a different body than what we're normally getting. Everything is great on it, except, again, mine's got very bad belt paint. And then even it stops halfway through, doesn't go to the back. But you know, I can forgive a little bit of it because we have a wired cape. This is the first release of McFarlane's where we get a wired cape, and it is very nice. I'd say this is what we need if we're gonna start paying more. If we're gonna start paying more for figures, we need accessories and we need cape with wires. If we're gonna put out a figure with a cape, give them some wires, make the capes posable, give us a reason to be buying these figures again. If you release the Superman again with posable capes, pretty sure a lot of people that haven't customized and don't know how to customize will buy posable caped figures. Re-release the Supergirl as a Power Girl with a posable cape. People will buy it, I'm sure of it. But this Superman body, really nice. And I think he fits well with these two Superman. And so now let's go ahead and move on with the Monitor and just see how he stacks against some other characters that you would recognize with Infinite Crisis or Crisis on Infinite Earths. And here we have the Monitor with the Flash and Supergirl, which I think these three are the only casualties in the entire comic that I can remember, or at least the only three that actually made an impact. The Monitor died early, Flash sacrificed his life, and Supergirl died as well. So these are the only three casualties that I can say made an actual impact during the entire Crisis on Infinite Earths event. And Monitor is definitely taller than majority of the characters here. Like if we put him up next to the Superman, even on a stand, Monitor is about just as tall as him. There we go. Yeah, the Monitor about just as tall, maybe a little taller. And here are the two brothers, the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor. The Anti-Monitor is of course much taller than the Monitor, though we all know that the Anti-Monitor from Todd's wave is significantly shorter than he should be. He was a megafig, not even the tallest megafig. But that is a story for another review. But this is what these two look like together. And then this is the entire Crisis on Infinite Earths wave. We add Wally, Psycho Pirate, the Specter, who I also think should get a megafig version, just because I know the Specter is known for growing pretty big. Put the Specter here, and of course Superman as well. And this is the entire Crisis on Infinite Earths collection, as I would say. Though I'm pretty sure the Firestorm is also Crisis on Infinite Earths version of that one. And here I've added Firestorm to the fray because he's also on his box titled Crisis on Infinite Earths. So here we have the entire Crisis on Infinite Earths collection that McFarlane has put out. And overall, they all look pretty good. It'd be nice to get more figures from this collection, more Crisis on Infinite Earths heavy characters that aren't really heavy in other storylines, like Killer Frost. Pretty sure Commandy was in there. Just some other characters. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, if you liked this video, how about giving it a like and checking out some of these? If you want to see more from me, check out my Instagram and my TikTok down below. I've also got a store. Lots of the photos I have on Instagram are up on there for sale, and not only photos, but apparel and other house products as well. Go ahead and give it a look. Thanks for watching.